Good afternoon, all. Am I audible and the screen is visible or not? Just confirm in a chat box quickly. Okay, fine. So what we have seen in the last lecture, anyone? What we have seen in last lecture? Can anyone tell me? Yes, 39. Zil. 39 number. What we have seen in the last lecture? Yes,
Ma'am, we saw that linear equation have either solution, no solution,
okay,
or infinite solution.
fine.
We saw two methods, Gauss method and Gauss-Jordan method.
Yeah, okay. Gauss Jordan and Gauss elimination method, right?
Gauss elimination
Yes,
method.
yes. So we have seen example that have a unique solution. Now we are okay. You can mute yourself, Jill. Okay. Then we have seen what the another question normally asked in exam like three equations are given and it will be having what just a minute mu and lambda, right? Two variables are there and for which value of that the system has a unique solution, no solution, or infinite number of solution, that we need to decide, right? That means for which value of that lambda and mu. So that we have see in a last lecture. So we'll continue with that one. Just a minute. Yeah. So just that example we have solved up to this thing, right? Up to this we have solved. Now the another one is what? Which value of lambda and mu? So here it's a final equation. Lambda minus 5, lambda minus 9. So we have seen in the previous lecture also. For example, we have assumed that what? Lambda equal to 5. Okay, lambda equal to, okay, we'll change the color. Lambda equal to 5 and lambda equal to 21. Then what happened? Lambda equal to 5 and lambda equal to, sorry, mu equal to 9. So what happened? Both will become what? 0, right? This element also becomes 0, this one, and the other one is also become 0, this side. So that whole row is supposed to be 0. Fine. Case 1, lambda equal to 5 and mu equal to also what? 9. So 5 minus 5, 0, 9 minus 9, 0. So what we can say? The system has a infinite solution that we have seen in the last lecture, right? Why the infinite? Because this row is a 0. So you can say x, y and z. Your z variable is a free variable and we have assumed that, let's say, is a t. So whatever the value of t is there, depending upon that, the value of you will get of what? X and y. Fine. So infinite solution. Case 2, that is what? Your lambda equal to 5 and mu not equal to 9. See, you have to write down in this way in exam. Okay, the possibility of lambda and mu. So what happened? Lambda equal to 5. So here it will become 0 and lambda not equal to, sorry, mu not equal to 9. So that means what happened here? 0 equal to something. 0 equal to mu minus 9. So this is not possible, right? So we can say what? The system has a no solution. Why? Because this mu is not equal to 9. That's why it is not possible. So we can say that system has no solution. Case 3 is lambda not equal to 5 and the mu has any value. Then what happens? Lambda not equal to 5 and the mu has any value. So what happened? Anyone? Lambda is not 5. For example, say it's a 6, right? So 6 minus 1. Sorry, 6 minus 5, so it is 1. So z equal to, and mu has any value. So mu minus 9. That means what? It is having a unique solution. That's why we'll get what? Z, right? So it's what? It's having a unique solution. Fine. So you have to write down in this way. So the question was like that only. For what value of lambda and mu? This equation, this equations have a no solution, a unique solution, or infinite number. So these three cases we have right for that one. Fine. So it can be asked either Gauss elimination, Gauss Jordan, or it is not fixed like they mentioned you need to follow this method, right? So you can go for any method and you have to write down the answer according to that one. Fine. Now, a next topic is the next topic for this eigenvalue and eigenvectors. Okay, and if time is there, we'll go for the diagonalization of matrix. So first we'll see what is eigenvalue and eigenvector. Is the screen is visible? Right? What is eigenvalue and eigenvector? Fine. So for example, okay, we'll go with the definition first. A is a square matrix. So whenever you are going to find out eigenvalue and eigenvector, you will be having this matrix compulsory square of order n cross n. If there exists a non-zero column matrix X of order what? N cross 1 and the scalar value lambda such that. So this lambda is nothing but it's a what? Eigenvalue. And this X is nothing but it is what? Eigenvector. So they are such a way that you will follow this equation Ax equal to lambda x. That means the x and lambda in such a way that it will fulfill this condition, that is what? Ax minus lambda x. So in that one, the lambda is called what? Eigenvalue of the matrix, and the x is a what? A non-zero column, okay, of order n cross 1. It is called a vector and corresponding to lambda. Now we will see how to find out lambda and x, okay, eigenvalue and eigenvector. So for that, the characteristic equation is used, right? So the characteristic equation is mod A minus lambda I equal to 0. What? A minus lambda I equal to 0. I is nothing but what? Identity matrix. I is identity matrix. And we want to find what? Lambda. That we are supposed to find. But using this equation, and A is a given matrix. So using this equation, we can find out what? Lambda. And it may be possible that you will be having more than one lambda. That depend upon the size of the matrix. It depend upon the size of the matrix. For example, right now we are having two values of lambda, lambda 1 and lambda 2. Now, so using this equation, okay, the next thing is what? Eigenvector. So eigenvector is always corresponding to eigenvalue. That means it depends upon the number of eigenvalues. Here it's what? Lambda 1 and lambda 2. So here we are having the eigenvector 2. That means it is corresponding to each eigenvalues. Okay. Now how we are going to find out the eigenvector? So one equation that you need to follow, this equation is A minus lambda I into x equal to 0. So see, after this is step 1 and this is step 2 to find out eigenvalue and vector. So from step 1 you will be having what? Lambda. It may be more than one value. Now that lambda value you have to put into this equation. So according to that, you are supposed to find what? X. And x is nothing but what? It's a eigenvector. Fine. So just two equation you need to remember. A minus lambda I equal to 0. This is called a characteristic equation. From that you are supposed to find lambda, and A minus lambda I into x equal to 0. From that we are going to find out what? Eigenvector. So if here two eigenvalues are there, so we will be having two eigenvectors. Okay, we'll take a one simple example of 2 by 2 matrix. Find eigenvalue and eigenvector of matrix. So this is my A, 2 cross 2 matrix. My I would be what? The identity matrix, that is this. Okay, 2 by 2 only. Now, step 1. Step 1 is what? To find out the eigenvalue. Now, to find out eigenvalue, I need to follow what? Characteristic equation. So, my characteristic equation is what? A minus lambda I equal to 0. Now, A minus lambda I equal to 0. So, what? This is A matrix and this is I. Now, lambda I don't know, so I'll take it. So, what is the step here? Lambda will be multiplied with this one. Lambda will be multiplied with what? I matrix. So, obviously, it will become what? Here lambda and here lambda. Fine. Now, the subtraction of this, because here we are what? Using A minus lambda I. So, how it will be written? 1 of A matrix minus lambda. So 1 minus lambda. Here it's a minus 2 as it is. Then what? Minus 5 and 4 minus lambda. Clear? 4 minus lambda equal to 0. So this is simple. You have to solve this equation. That means what? 1 minus lambda into 4 minus lambda. Fine. Minus 2 into 5. Minus 2 into minus 5. So it is plus 10. Minus 10 equal to 0. That means you need to find determinant, right? So this, what is the answer if you are supposed to solve this equation? Anyone? Answer to solve this equation, 1 minus lambda into 4 minus lambda minus 10 equal to 0. So if you do that, you will be having what? Lambda square minus 5 lambda minus 6 equal to 0. So just you need to use what? Factorization method, right? So what lambda you will get? Anyone? You can write down into the, okay, 6 and minus 1, correct one. 6 and minus 1, right? 2 lambda value. Now see, if your matrix is what? 3 cross 3 matrix. If, listen carefully now, if this is 2 cross 2, so it will be easy. Now if your matrix will be 3 by 3 or 4 by 4, then what you are supposed to use? Okay, which method? So for that, first we'll go for this method. I'll show you that slide in between and then we'll again come back to the example. This you need to remember the characteristic equation, okay, directly for which order 2 matrix. This is what? Lambda square minus S1 lambda plus S2 equal to 0, where S1 is a sum of principal diagonal element of A, and A, that means given matrix, and S2 is determinant of A. So this equation directly you can use for what? The matrix 2 by 2. If your matrix will be of order 3, if your matrix will be of order 3, then the equation is what? Lambda cube minus S1 lambda square plus S2 lambda minus S3, where S1 is same as the previous sum of diagonal element. Now S2 will be changed. S2, that means what? It is a sum of minor of principal diagonal element. So just carefully read this, sum of minor of principal diagonal element. Okay, you have to take a minors of which element? Diagonal element. So for example, it is 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, and sum of that. So this is the diagonal element. So you have to calculate what? Minor of that, and then you need to add. So first this 3. So what is the minor of that? 6, 1, 2, 3. Plus this is 6. So this and this is supposed to be cancelled out. So your minor will be 3, 1, 1, 3. Plus this is diagonal element. So your minor will be this 3, 2, 5, 6. Okay. And sum of that one. So this is the way. Okay. You are supposed to calculate. Okay. 12 number. Now S3 is determinant of it, right? So you need to directly remember this. If you don't want to remember, simply solve the equation, nothing else, right? But this is the easy way you will get your answer quickly as compared to the previous one. Any doubt into this? So what we have done in our example, That is what I have found using this, because it is easy in 2 by 2 matrix. So suppose if you want to find out with that equation, so your equation would be what? Lambda square. See the equation for order 2 matrix. Lambda square minus S1 lambda plus S2. So lambda square minus S1 lambda plus S2. We'll do using this method also. S1, that means what? Sum of principal diagonal element of A. So what is that? This is 1 plus 4. So 5. Fine. S2 equal to determinant of matrix. Yes, S2 equal to what? Determinant of matrix. So what is determinant of matrix? 4 minus 10. So it would be minus 6. So yes, it would be 6 minus 6. So your equation would be what? Lambda square minus S1. So 5 lambda plus S2. So sorry, plus minus 6 is there. So it would be what? Minus 6, right? So you will get directly that equation. So whatever method you will found easy, you can follow. Okay, any doubt into this? This too? Fine. So whatever you will found, that is what? Lambda. Now next step is what? To find out the eigenvectors. Any doubt in eigenvalues? Eigenvalue, that means lambda. Now eigenvector. So now here two eigenvalues are there, 6 and minus 1. So we will find eigenvector for each one, because whatever the lambda will be there, that many number of eigenvector you will be having. So we'll write in which way? Case 1. Let assume that x1 of xy is a eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 6. Okay, that means what we have assumed, if lambda equal to 6, so we will be having eigenvector what? Xy. Now to solve the eigenvector, you have to follow this equation, a minus lambda I into x1 equal to 0. So now we know a minus lambda I. So what is my lambda? 6. So 6i x1 equal to 0. Okay, so our a is what? We'll write here a is 1 minus 2 minus 5 and 4. So what we are going to do? This is a, subtract 6i. I, that means identity matrix. So my identity matrix is what? 1 0 0 1. Fine. It is multiply with 6 because it is 6i. So 6, 1 minus 6. Here the matrix would be what? 1 minus 6 minus 2 minus 5 as it is, and here it's a what? 4. So 4 minus 6, and x1 we have assumed that is xy. Fine. Now our matrix would be what? Minus 5 minus 2 minus 5 minus 2 xy equal to 0. Okay, any doubt into this? Yeah, minus 5 minus 2. Now what we'll do, we'll just cancel out a one row if it's possible, and by seeing that you feel like that one row will be cancelled out using only one or two elementary row operation, then go for that. Otherwise it will be okay also, it's not necessary, right? Fine. Xy 0. Now the same method we have followed in the Gauss elimination and Gauss Jordan. After this you have to write down what? Corresponding equation, right? Corresponding equation is what? Minus 5x minus 2y equal to 0. So you can write what? Yes, clear? Yeah, minus 5x minus 2y equal to 0. Then what you are supposed to do? Anyone? How to find out x and y from this equation? How to find out x and y from this equation? Anyone? You can rewrite it what? 5x equal to minus 2y. Fine. So you can write what? X by 5 equal to y by minus, sorry, x by 2, y by minus 5. So whatever the value of, say simple, it is what? For example, k. So you can write what? X equal to 2k and y equal to 5k. Now for different value of k, you will be having the value of x and y. But normally we are taking what? K equal to 1. While solve this type of example, we are taking what? K equal to 1. So your x would be 2 and y would be minus 5. Sorry, here it would be minus 5. Minus 5. So you can say that your x is 2, y minus 5. So what we have assumed here, see, x1 equal to xy. So you can say that your eigenvector would be x1, xy, x is 2 and y is minus 5. So this is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 6. Clear? Just you need to solve this equation. That is the important. Fine. Now another lambda will go for case 2. Case 2 is what? Again, assume that x2 equal to xy is eigenvector for lambda equal to another lambda is what? Minus 1. So your characteristic equation is A minus lambda I. Sorry, it's not characteristic. X2 equal to 0. Now, here lambda equal to minus 1. So your equation will A plus I x2 0. So now what? Our A is 1 minus 2 minus 5 4 and I is 1001. So just addition of this one because lambda equal to minus 1. So what you will be having? I'll write direct addition 1 plus 1 2. Fine. Minus 2 minus 5 4 plus 1 5. And instead of x2 again xy 0. So see, using any elementary row operation, that is R2 plus 5 by 2 R1. So one row is supposed to be cancelled out, right? So what? 2 minus 2 0 0. It is not compulsory. You can solve two equation also. But it will be easy, right? If you follow this one. From this, you need to write what? Corresponding equation is what? 2x minus 2y equal to 0. So you can write 2x equal to 2y. So we can write x equal to y. That means x upon 1, y upon 1. So we can say x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. So our x2, that means what? A eigenvector is what? 1 1, which is eigenvector corresponding to lambda what? Minus 1. So in this way you can solve the example of eigenvalue and eigenvector. Eigenvalue, for that you need to solve characteristic equation. Whatever number of lambda eigenvalue you will be having, corresponding eigenvector you are getting. Fine. Now this is 2 by 2 matrix. In that you can find out for 3 by 3 also, 4 by 4. Now we'll take one more example, but just what is the difference between that two? Here eigenvalues are there, different. Suppose 3 by 3 cross matrix. In that one you will get lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3. So it may be possible all are different. One thing is. The another thing is what? Another case you will get, that is repetition of eigenvalue. That means what? Some eigenvalue is 6, 1 and another are 2, 2. Okay, both are same. So that is what? Repetition of eigenvalue. So when there is a repetition of eigenvalue is there, how to find out the eigenvector, that we will see. Fine. So in exam, you maybe find out that type of example. So this is the thing. This is 3 by 3 matrix 2 2 1 1 3 1 1 2 2. Now characteristic equation A minus lambda I. So I have written directly. Now I will be getting this. Take a screenshot of this one and solve this equation using which method? This lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda is minus s3, and just you found this as a lambda 511. So you can see that this is repetition. You can see from 8, just a minute, I'll change the color. See, 1 repetition. So I'll show you how to find out eigenvector if repetition of this. This is simple. X1 xyz when lambda 5. Just a minus 5 lambda x1 and solve that equation. Nothing else, right? And if you will get 3 equation using Cramer's rule, you can solve it. That you know. Fine. Now we will see what happen if any repetition is there. So go for the equation, solve that. Okay, solve that equation. Now what you will be having, one equation, that is x plus 2y plus z equal to 0. So in that one you can see first row, second row and third row. So two rows are 0. That means what? Two variables are free variable. The concept of what? Gauss elimination method. Whatever number of rows are 0, that many variables are the free variable. That means what? You have to assume any value for that variable. Suppose y and z. Fine. So what I have done? I have assumed y equal to k1 and z equal to k2. You can take any value t1, t2, okay, x, y, whatever. Uh, so y equal to k1 and z equal to k2. Now put the value of y and z into this equation 1. So you will get what? X equal to minus 2k1 minus k2. Fine. Up to this. Now our eigenvector would be what? X, y, z. Fine. Eigenvector is what? X, y, z. So I have written x, y, z. What is the value of x? Minus 2k1 minus k2. For y it is k1 and for z it is k2. Now equal to. Now two eigenvalues are there. So how we are supposed to write? This is the important part. This. Sorry, I have just bounded. That one is a important part. This. Okay. So how you are supposed to written it? You have to write what? K1 plus K2. And with that, one eigenvector. Okay, blank. Now what we are going to do from this previous one? We'll write the coefficient of K1 here. Okay, important one, coefficient of K1. So here you can find this X. So what is the coefficient of K1? Minus 2. So I'll write minus 2. Here, what is the coefficient of in a second row? 1. Here there is no K1, so 0. Fine. For K2, same way, minus 1. Here there is no K2, so 0. Here it's a 1. So what happened? We will found a 2 eigenvector. So I'll write what? This is 1. This is the first one, that is what? Minus 2, 1 and 0. This is the second one, minus 0 and 1. So in that way you can find out the eigenvector if your lambda eigenvalues are what? Repetitive. Clear? If eigenvalues are repetitive. Fine? Okay. Doubt? Any doubt? Yes. Akhilesh? Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please explain this last part?
Which one? This. How we have written this?
Yes, ma'am, the one marked with that blue box.
Okay, fine, fine. So what happened here? See, Gauss elimination method. We need to just what? Solve this equation. Now here what? Here one equation you will get, that is x plus 2y plus z equal to 0. Fine, up to this. Now we have assumed value of y and z. Why? Because at y and z, that both row are 0, 1. Okay. So they are called the free variables. In previous lecture also we have assumed, if you remember, the last row was 0. So I have assumed z equal to t at that time. Okay. So same way here, two variable I will assume, y equal to k1 and z equal to k2. We'll put into this equation and I will be having x. Now our eigenvector is what? X, Y, Z. So just I have put x, y, z value in that one. From that, how you are supposed to do this? Okay, we'll rub it again and we'll for it. You have to write what? X, Y, and Z. Now, how many values you have assumed? 2. So I'll write what? K1 plus K2. And with that, one vector, eigenvector. Okay, whatever the size of matrix will be there, that many number of row and one column. This is the size of eigenvector. So here K1. So what is the coefficient of K1 for X, right? So -2. So I'll write -2. For K1 in a second row, 1. And here there is no K1, so 0. For K2, here from X, right? -1, the coefficient. For here, there is no K2, so 0. In last row, 1 coefficient. So my eigenvectors are 2, -210 and -101. Now clear, Akhilesh? Okay. Just write down into the chat box. Fine. 40 number also. Those who have write, okay. K1 and K2, we are assuming if the number of corresponding rows are 0. That we have seen in the previous lecture also. Fine. Okay now. Okay, fine, fine, 40 number. So this is about eigenvalue and eigenvector. Just solve some example by yourself also, right? Now the next topic is a diagonalization of a matrix. Yes, Devendra? Yeah.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
when the lambda is same for, then always there will be two rows will be 0, or is it only in this case?
No, there will be a different case, right? It is not like that if you are having 2 repetition, so 2 row will be 0. It is not like that, right? Sorry. Fine. It's not like that. Okay.
So if the
Yeah.
two rows are not 0, then we will get particular value of x, y, and z. So then the two eigenvectors should be same. Can we say that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, ma'am.
But mostly you will get either of the row is 0, at least one. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. Sorry. So the next thing is what? Diagonalization of matrix. The next topic. Okay. Diagonalization of matrix. So first we'll see the definition. What is the meaning of diagonalization of matrix? Suppose there will be a matrix A of order n. Now a matrix A is said to be diagonalizable if it satisfies the condition. Which condition this? P inverse APD. Now the question is, what is P inverse? That means what is P and what is D? Fine. Just don't go through this sentence because it will be difficult to understand. First we'll understand what is the P and D, and then we'll come back to the definition. But whenever you want to say that the particular matrix is diagonalizable or not, at that time you need to prove this condition. That's it. Fine. P inverse APD. Now we'll see how to build a P and D. Okay. So D is a diagonal matrix. D is a diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are eigenvalues. Others are 0 because it's a diagonal. So what we need to prove? We need to do the multiplication of P inverse A and P. And if you will get an answer D, and D is what? This. So in that one, you need to follow the concept of eigenvalue and eigenvector also. Fine? You should know the concept of eigenvalue and eigenvector. Okay? So first we'll move to the step of this and then we will move to the what? Definition again. These are the 4 steps. First step is what? Find the eigenvalue of a matrix so that you know. Find the eigenvectors corresponding to the each value so that is also you know, right? So for example, we'll write down here like a flowchart kind of thing so it will be easy for you in understanding. I will be having a one matrix A that is says 3 by 3 matrix, square matrix. Fine. Now first step is what? Find out the eigenvalue. Say it is lambda 1, lambda 2, and lambda 3. Whatever repetition may be there here. First, sorry, eigenvalue, right? Next step is what? Eigenvector. Say example x1, x2, and x3. Okay, x1, x2, and x3. Now you know the method how to find out it. The next step is what? You need to find out the P matrix. Okay. Third is what? Obtain the model P matrix. So the name of P is what? A model matrix. Now how to build that model matrix? So that is using what? P equal to, it is x1, x2, and x3. Whatever the eigenvectors you are having, that you need to use that to make a one matrix, that is what? P. It is called what? P. That means what? A model matrix. Clear? So next step is what? After finding P, you have to find out what? A P inverse. Now to find out the P inverse, you know the method of adjoint. Okay. And the next method is, that will be in your syllabus, that is Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So either of using this method, adjoint or Cayley-Hamilton, you can find out what? P inverse. Clear? After finding P inverse, you have to solve the equation, which one? P inverse AP. Now, if P inverse AP is having some answer, say the matrix D, and if the D matrix equal to lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 as its diagonal element, then you can say that a matrix A is diagonalizable. Clear? The process you need to remember in this way, flowchart wise, then it will be very easy for you. Some matrix is there, find out eigenvalue, find out eigenvector. From eigenvector, construct a P matrix, that is called a model matrix. How to arrange you? x1, x2, x3. After that, find out P inverse, either using adjoint method or Cayley-Hamilton method, whatever, in any way you can find out P inverse. Then you need to solve this equation. Okay, solve this, which one? P inverse AP. So if you find a one matrix, and if that matrix is form of what? This lambda 1 0 0 0 lambda 2 0, that means diagonal elements are what? Lambda. Okay, eigenvalues. So you have proved it. P inverse AP equal to D. So you can say that your A is diagonalizable. Sometimes it will be asked what? Find out P inverse AP. Otherwise, it will be asked that check the matrix is diagonalizable or not. So in any of the way it can be asked, you have to follow same procedure. Okay, any doubt into this? Just remember this flow chart, take a screenshot of this one, so that will be easy for you guys. Fine? Okay. We'll see one example for that. Suppose I will be having matrix A, 3 cross 3 matrix. See here it's asked show that D equal to P inverse AP. So first step is what? Eigenvalue. Now take a screenshot of this quickly example. You have to find out eigenvalue and eigenvector by yourself, compulsory. Eigenvalue and eigenvectors. And hint is here you will get a repetitive eigenvalue. Okay, I'll write down the answer also. Eigenvalues are 2, 3, and 3. But you need to show a whole process. Fine. And from that, you need to find out what? Eigenvector. Okay, eigenvector. So from that, we will continue in a next lecture how to find out an eigenvector from this one. Or also you can solve, because we have already seen the steps, right? So you just solve it. I'll